Here, what is up, everybody? It is Wednesday. Yes. I know I sit here and talk like you got to give me a couple minutes as I start these lives because I'm just doing my little tweet thing. Feel free for y'all to tweet it out too, man. I appreciate that. Even if it's not live anymore, tweet it. Let me see. All right. So I don't even remember what I put down as the title, but I something like the market is BS, man. It's just BS. Good. Look, we're up 327. Let me refresh that. I think because it was kind of going down towards the end. Yeah, 350. Yeah, look at that, man. VIX, man. VIX is coming in. If you're bullish, that's good news. Looking at the Nasdaq up 43.66, but if you just pull up the Qs, the Nasdaq 100, you can see it's barely up, right? That's mainly the Netflix, the stocks, right? So, wow, look at that comeback. Yeah, when I pulled it up, I thought it was going to be negative. So I'm looking right here, at the minute chart, trying to hang on. My short position is down $142 now today, 319 for the position. So there's that V, right? That V is going in effect right now that I talk about. PPT in full effect. So there's the V. Any time frame you want to pull up, there's no downturn that could happen without it bouncing way up here. We'll probably close at the high or right at it. That high that I just highlighted, because this is the phenomena that's been happening for a couple of years. Years, 3, 4. It's unbelievable. I never seen anything like that. You can never have a sustained drop. So what do you believe? Do you believe this? Do you believe this drop, or do you believe the incline? Which one is telling the story? The market is trading down. I mean, well, if you look at the averages, it's going lower. But this is unbelievable. To me, it makes it very hard to trade, very hard to put on a position, but you just got to be ready for these things. So let's see if we can find any support that this thing bounced off of. Yeah, maybe right over here. Yeah, maybe a little early, But yeah, coming right back to kind of close us out. It was just negative. Close us out kind of looking positive for the day. Unbelievable. So what I want to show, hey babe, jewelry box in the house. I want to show, gosh, man, I'm just look at this minute chart. Am I pointing in the right direction? I got to get this way, man. Look at that. Look at that right there, man. That is insane. I'm just focusing on that. I can't even concentrate, right? So unbelievable. I got my line. Let's see if I'm right, man. I should trade futures because I'll probably make a lot of money. All you have to do is just wait for these drops, and then once it starts going up, buy them futures and buy them all the way to the top. And yeah, you could basically sell out right at the top, slightly before the top, because it happens all the time. All right, so let me go back to my chat screen. Yeah, so the title of this video was right. PPT, man, in full effect. So I want to show you we're going to look at the Qs. Let's look at the daily. And wait, is this the weekly? What happened to my lines? I think I erased my chart. Damn it. All right, so, man, I want to show you guys something. Maybe it's on the SPY. All right. Oh boy. Okay, this all right, I have my lines drawn. Let's get rid of these things. Maybe it's the 4-hour chart. All right, excuse me. All right, so let me clear all these drawings. And let me draw this right here. I'm trying to draw the breakout for you. Right? It was right about here. All right, now, you see, the Qs are breaking out. right? They finally breaking out. We had this trend line right here, which was looking good. It was kind of perfect, right? So we had a little kind of triangle thing. Forget what this is called. Ascending triangle, ascending wedge, something in that effect. But eventually, it'll break out of here or down, but it's going to break out. So you see the breakout happening right in front of our eyes, right there. See it? It's breaking out. But look at the volume, man. Where's the volume on the breakout? Right? This goes to show you this goes to show you that it's fake, man. This is some fake BS, okay? So we're breaking out on no volume. Anyway, generally that can happen, right? But when it happens, that's fake. It's fake. It's not supported. You want a breakout to be full. You want volume. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want this is not. That's not a breakout, right? So be careful here. I don't know what's going on right here. Don't know, but yeah, I'm looking at this. Now I'm looking at the 4-hour chart. Okay, so we can pull up the daily and let me do the same thing. And you can see that's the end of it. Let's remove this drawing. Remove drawing. Okay. I'm trying to get really close. All right, you see the breakout and look at the volume. What's up with that? Now this is the daily chart, okay? All right, this is the volume today. Yeah, this is the volume the day before. And yeah, it's like nobody wants to be part of this, okay? So when I asked you which side of the V you believe, I believe this side, right? And I have no idea what's bringing this side back up because, the volume is not there. It's right there in the, look, there was no volume all day, Holly. And then it comes down. You see the volume picking up. It's giving it up, man. And then all of a sudden, people want to buy it. And then, I guess this last one. But when you look at the bigger picture, there's nobody buying it at all. It's like somebody stepped in there. It's like somebody stepped in there to maintain that. Oh, we got to keep it up. No. I'm telling you, man, these markets is fixed, okay? I don't know what's going to make me give up my short position. And I told you, man, when I go short, I'm down 154. I'm down 330 for the position. And it was a little early. And when I was looking at this, I was like, I think I could be early. But I just did it because I just wasn't feeling comfortable. But I should have actually legged in. I just kind of went all in, three puts and just said done. But 3 months out, I might bring it up to, I might just go up to $500 loss and just kind of cut it. And then probably when I do that, it goes down. But I'll get back in. I'll get back in with it when I see some kind of break below. But I don't know because the V action. All right. Mr. Cashmatic, what's up? You said, Mr. Jerace, what's up? You said you had to cut Facebook, got my ass handed to me. Really? Now, I think you asked me on that one. And I limited my Facebook positions. I'm still long, but not as long as I was before. And I think the play is above that high. Remember, because this thing, the gap can close. The whole thing we can go down to 235. And then kind of go back up. So when you have big gap ups like we did in Facebook, my play is to, in any stock as well, my play is to, all right, we missed the gap. I'm going to get back in when it goes above that. Now it's got to show improvement. Because generally, you'll do all this. You'll come down. You might fill the gap. And you might do all this up and down, up and down. And then when it finally gets some balls to break through, that's when you want in, so that's my thing. Or if you like, hey, I want to buy Facebook, man. I love the earnings. I just want to buy it. So just kind of hold off to maybe that breakout. But if it gets down here, you can buy it then, right? You bought it. It's kind of like you got it right before earnings again, or right before the gap. So if it were to come down here, that's a good place to scoop it up if you're just looking to earn it. But if you're just looking to make that play on some momentum, I like getting in when it breaks that high. So that's me. Practice that. Like back trade that method. and I think you'll like that. Um, yeah, I think you'll like that. Now, I do think it's been holding up pretty well, under the circumstances. It's coming down. It's coming down. The volume is light, right? So they're not really pushing it down hard. This is the 4 hour chart. Let's pull up the daily. Yeah, see, I mean, they're not really pushing it down that hard. Got candles of indecisiveness. Did I say that right? So, but if the market gets weak, if they decide to let the left side of the V go a little further, yeah, this could come down. It can kind of fill that area up. But yeah, I'm getting kind of killed on Google. I'm still heavy on Google. Had the shitty earnings. All right, it was up $5 today. So Google went down on earnings, and you see it's starting to hold a little bit. So I'm happy with that. I would like to see it. I think I need. I'm sitting here mumbling. I think it needs to cross that $1,500 mark, but I'm still long. I might get longer if it can do that. That's the mark. That's will show me that it wants to go higher, but who knows what this thing wants to drift down to. Out of all the earnings that popped, this one, I was in it pretty heavy in the other accounts, and I was like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. What sucked about it when the earnings came out, okay, it was only down $5-10. That's nothing for a $1,500 stock. But when it opened, it was like boom, straight down, I was like, oh man. Made good money on Square today. Same here. This is a good example. All right. So you're like, Square, it's great. I missed it. You want to get in. What was it, up 7%? This thing opened up 15% or something like that. I sold out of half of my positions at the top. That's the daily. Let me go to the minute. So yeah, I was selling up here. Think of this peak right here. And see it's drifting down. So I don't think if you really want to get into Square, I think we should just kind of do what we just got done talking about. Let's wait until it gets above there again, because it could be forever, especially when you're buying calls. Now remember, calls is that data, you're just getting killed on it, So and let it do its thing, all that stuff. Maybe you could sell a put. I know you got to be, because you like, it's, even though it's kind of got away, if you sold a put somewhere around where it broke out a little bit below, you probably got some good support that it won't go down that far. You could lose money because it's going down, but you're getting that data burn. So that's, sometimes I like doing that. It depends though on how far it broke out. So like this stock, I wouldn't do it because it went up like 12-13% or whatever. So when things like this happen, I wish I was longer. Oh man, I wish I was. So anyway, you went out of the money hoping that they would pop on the news. Talk about, I will. I'll talk a little bit about Disney, babe. The market don't want to. Yeah, the market don't want to. Somebody's holding it up. It's 3 to 5. It's just ridiculous. It really makes me sick. Now I made my money on the upside. Now I'm ready to make some money on the downside. Now I don't know. Just for a healthy market, you want some ups and downs, man. You're ruining it. You're ruining it for everything. When you just got stocks you're buying, hold, and you're just ruining it. We need a good steady thing. We don't need to up every day. But there was some rotation today, right? Out of the techs going into the industrials and so, we'll look at the heat map. Anyway, so news, but for the most part, into the the banks as well, because Warren Buffett was buying Bank of America for the last 12 days, and I don't know if you could put too much into that. I mean, Warren Buffett's trade's been sucking over the last years. I mean, so I thought he sold the banks. No, he sold the airlines at the bottom. And I could have sworn he was getting out of bank. Anyway, but he's buying the banks. He's buying Bank of America. So the banks was up heavy. But it's good to not see the typicals up. And Amazon, though, was up $66. What that? I mean, so that bucked the trend. Apple got a downgrade today by Bank of America. And it wound up being up for the day. The downgrade kind of kept it muted. If it didn't get a downgrade today, the NASDAQ probably would have really been up. So it kind of popped up and went down, hung out, then finally got, so they just blowing off the downgrade. This thing is Teflon. A couple more percentages. This thing is I forget the magic number. I think it's 470, 473, 479, something like that. It'll be officially a $2 trillion stock. Unbelievable. The first trillion was in 2018. It would have taken 2 years for the second trillion, right? You know how many companies that are not a trillion? It's just amazing. Look at that. I mean, you'd think you're looking at a penny stock. No, you're looking at the most valuable stock in the world. Gonna be $2 trillion. That's just going up like a penny stock. Yeah. Anyway, so news about them completing TikTok. That's Microsoft, right? Oh, competing with TikTok. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I missed that one. You said you went around hoping to pop on the news. What stock are you talking about to pop on the news? Facebook? I don't know. I don't know which one you're talking about. Disney, man. This is one of my biggest buy and hold positions, but I'm disappointed. It's like so fake, So the earnings sucked. They did well on the Disney Plus subscribers, 66 million or something like that. They 4 years ahead of schedule. But what they're not talking about is a lot of those subs are free. Yes, I said it. They're free. So I have a little summary right here. But before, I'm trying to bring it over. Did I add it? Let's talk about this really quick. But let's bring up a Google and let's talk. Let me see something like Verizon, Disney Plus free. Right? Yeah, look at that. Verizon. Disney Plus. First year on us. Right? So these guys are giving out Disney Plus. Oh, you want to know who else is giving out Disney Plus? Sprint. Disney Plus. Sprint customers with free Hulu can bundle Disney Plus. Now, they're not giving it out free, but it's a discount. Okay? So these guys got 66 million subscribers or whatever that they touting. And that was even a disappointment because I think the expected was right here at the end of the third quarter, the subscribers rose to 57.5 million, missing expectations of 59.4 million. Okay, so, but what they're not saying is a lot of those millions is free. I want to know your paid subscribers, which is just not in here. Nobody's talking about that because that's the one that's dedicated. I got it for me and Babes got it for free. I can't remember if I paid it, but we was out. We watched a couple of Disney flicks, that we liked, and we was out of there. So I don't know why they thinking this, and this is good. Now, if everything was pumping, everything was normal with Disney like it was last year pre-COVID, and then you had this, I get it. I totally get it. But it's not. The rest of the business sucks. Right? The rest of the business is in shambles. It says the unit swung. The Disney parks, man, they got an operating loss of $2 billion. Okay, compared to last year, they made $2 billion. They lost $2 billion. So they basically lost $4 billion in profits. So the most significant impact, so yeah, $3.5 billion. That's kind of what I said. I'm just kind of skimming through this. Approximately have it compromising the dynamic. I'm kind of looking for one of the specific. Okay, that. Okay, so Disney added its estimates that its net. Disney added that it estimates the net adverse impacts of COVID-19 on the current quarter operating profit across all business has been 2.9 billion, right? So these guys, they got the Florida's closed, Paris, Tokyo, Disneyland, all this is closed indefinitely. you remember when you go to Disney, lines is long, packed, takes 3 hours. For them days, that's not going to happen for a long time. They're not packing out those parts. I don't care if you get the thing on it. It's not happening. So these guys are looking way, way in advance. Now, we're talking about something that's pretty close to its high now. Okay, there it is. It's not too far away. And the only thing, I mean, they got no cruises, they got no movie studios, they got no sports, kind of is trying to come back. They got no parks, they got no, they're not making movies, they got no movies. And they're going to try to put this direct-to-consumer thing, that could be a bust, but I like that. I actually like that part. Let's see what it does. They're using Mulan movie as an experiment to see if they can go direct to consumer for $30. You got to have Disney Plus, and you're gonna pay $30 to watch that movie. If that's successful, say goodbye to all the cinemas. They're gone. Just destroy them with a wrecking ball tomorrow. If that's successful, because that's it. That's it, man. They'll never go back to the movies again. They're gonna take all the profits. Anyway, so there's no movies. Now, remember, Disney is like an ecosystem, right? Disney stores closed too, okay? Forget about that. So the movies make it's all the merch, right? So that's how they kind of do it. They got the movies make merch, then the merch makes rides at the theme park. It's like an ecosystem from the cinema. But there's nothing even being in production. It's basic what I'm saying. It's going to take a long time for it to kind of come together. And then they counting all of this movies, this Disney Plus stuff. Nobody's paying for it. It's free. I mean, it's free for most of us. So when all that ends, then I want to see how many subscribers you got. Anyway, so you get my rant. I'm not a fundamentalist at all. I'm just kind of going off the top of the dome what I know, and it's really disappointing that this stock is rocking up 8%. They could open at 11%. Just knowing all of that. I mean, really? I mean, y'all losing a lot of money, and your parks indefinitely. Suppose it sparks up this. You know what's going to be weird? The flu is getting ready. The regular flu is getting ready to come out. So people that get the regular flu, and that's a lot, right? We're going to think you have COVID. So the COVID numbers, in my opinion, are going to really spike because you think you had COVID. Everybody's going to think they got it, but it's going to be the regular flu. You ain't going to know if you got the flu or you got COVID. It's just going to be terrible, and I don't see them going back to normalcy anytime soon. Now, I have to say normalcy because that's what's going to bring it to the all-time highs. When it was up here at 153, the parks everything was booming and everything was great. And Disney Plus was, 20 million subscribers. Everything was good. So now they lost everything and they got 66 million subscribers that's free and you're almost at all-time highs. I don't get it, okay? So that's my little rant. And I did make money off of Disney today. Oh, man. Unbelievable. All right, so yeah, we talked about that. All right, babe. So I talked about Disney. By the way, I be ranting to my babes about stuff. She's like, yeah, I'm trying to get my comments up. Sorry, I can't find them. All right, what was you guys saying, Mr. JRH? You got a position in SLV calls. That sounds good. I ain't even up about, I think you're good. I think this is the trade. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is what I'm tired of seeing. I'm just tired of this straight up shit. God. That's what makes me afraid. It's everything. It's everything. So even though I think this is the trade to be in, Mr. JRH, be careful because everybody's in it. Right? So just be careful. And that's what, oh, man. GLD. Yeah. It's just a few everybody's in the things that's working, right? It's like, okay, this is working. Everybody goes here. This is working. This is working, and it's just sickening. It's just sickening. So I don't know if silver's just going to go straight up to the moon. it's got a catching up to do with gold. The relationship between the two. It seems like silver was left behind. Now it's catching the bid. So I like it, but be careful, right? You might want to, let me see, like when it rips, sell some. Then when it dips, buy some. Kind of play it as it's doing. Buy some as every day. When it goes down, sell when it goes up. I don't know, but just be careful because one day it's gonna suck. But it's not gonna suck. That's the day I want to buy it. When they're like, "Oh, the gold trade is over," the silver, because it's not over. That's just giving you a break to buy the stock. You know what I mean? But the way they're moving, it just makes it's to me, it's just painting an ugly picture with the economy. It's something. It's just ugliness. I didn't even see it in 1999. I know everything was going up, but it wasn't straight up. And it's like, the Robin Hooders, I'm going to call it, we're called dumb money. And I say we're, that's all of us, right? Robin Hood, it doesn't matter what platform you trade on. They just got the kind of name. Since when does the Wall Streeters, the institutions, follow the Robin Hooders? So the smart money follows the dumb money now. I mean, everything is so backwards. Everything. And it's just disgusting. Oh my gosh, man. It's like everything is backwards. It's just crazy. So that's what got me scared. So I'm short, but I'm losing. The short position is a bust. I don't know when it's going to work. I think the best position to be short is just nothing. Just have nothing on. So when you look, if y'all used to follow me, see, I don't really have nothing. I kind of slimmed it. Oh, showing up 31. I don't know how that happened. Walmart, I got killed on it today because it's still a buy, but I'm still just doing covered calls on it. That's all I'm going to do. And I got long-term calls and puts. They delayed the Walmart Plus, so they're going to drop it $2 and whatnot. It's like, it's still coming, okay? Relax, people. Relax. Walmart Plus is coming. But they sold it off because it's a little delay. All right. So disappointing. A little disappointing because I'm trying to just milk it for money. So it's kind of like, here we go again. What was I talking? You said look at GLD monthly and then look at SLV. Oh yeah, I pulled that up yesterday. The GLD, the monthly. Silver's got a long way to go. And that's what I'm saying. If you do get that pullback, it's definitely a buy. So there's the gold, right? It's at the double top. Just blasted right through that, right? Blasted through it, the double top, like it wasn't even there. Just went right through that. So I actually think there'll be at least a pullback to that. I mean, that double top, that's like a mag. That's one of the best trades, the double top. So I think it's got to check back to that, and then there's your buy point if it can happen. But yeah, the silver monthly, yeah, look at that. It's trying to catch up quick, ain't it? Quick. But yeah, it's got a long way to go. If it can kind of double top like gold is, yeah, I mean, shit, this thing has got another 100% to move. So I like it. I definitely like the trade, but damn, man, they're going to bring it up there next week. It's going to be up here next week, right? Right where gold is in relation. Look at all the volume that's coming in right there. These guys was early. This volume is really great. When you see that, but I just don't trade these, and you can see the volume coming in, and yeah, that's when it's like COVID was here, but look where the volume started coming in, right? June last year. And you kind of like didn't know why, everything's just more volume. COVID hit. Now we know COVID, everything just tanked, okay? So you can't even count that month. And then there it is, straight up. When you see that, I don't see it often, but when you see something like this, we got the monthly, and there's really nothing going on. All of a sudden, volume is picking up. Like here, see, it's right there as well. And then look what happened. And you see volume just kind of starting to come in, even though the stock's not really moving. It's a buy. It's a buy. It might take forever to play out, but to my experiences, when I see that, it's a buy more often than not. So I talk about it damn near every other video. We see something like that, Chopper, what's up? It's been a while. But But who is losing money? What are you talking about? You said Renee? Is that my aunt? Aunt Renee? Really, Aunt Renee? What you trade? What you in? Hey, that's my aunt. Aunt Renee. Renee Plummer. Checking me out. I feel like I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I got a family member looking at me. Oh man, my mom checks me out, but not on the live. She never came in on the live. She always says, "Hey, I watched your video," and I say, "Which one?" She say, "Oh, the market is BS and blah 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 blah." So if you're in the market, Aunt Renee, well, I was losing money. Anyway, I don't know. After the market closed, the options kind of get weird pricing going on. I'm short. You can see the deltas, negative 133. It's like I'm short 133 shares of the Qs. That's what that's equivalent to for the most part. And it's not working out. I think it's going to work out. But the V action, right? So it's not working out. I want that action, but the other way. And not necessarily so that position makes money. It's just so it fixes the market, so we can get back in those stocks, right? We all like the hot stocks, but we don't want to get burnt like Mr. Jerry said he got burnt on Facebook. We don't want to get burnt like that. So we want those pullbacks so we can get in again, right? So you get it goes up and starts to come down, the scared money leaves, and only strong survive. Stay in there, and we ride it back up. It kind of switches crowds, right? Switches drivers, right? And so I want to get in those stocks, but you just can't. You just can't, because you don't want, like, this is Square. I just pulled it up again. It could come down to, it takes the elevator down, right, for the most part. Stairs up, elevator down. It could come down like tomorrow, somewhere down there. I know that's crazy, but, a few days. You get my point, a few days. So it's scary to be buying up here. That if you were to, let's pull up the weekly. If you were to, the next 20 points, let's call it just the next 20 points, that is, let's say the next 15 points. Okay, that'll be 10%. Is the next 15 points up here? Or is it down here? I would say it's probably lower than before upper. So, I don't know, let's get a good point. Like, here's some support right in there, right? You think we can get back to there? I don't know. It had great earnings. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about Square earnings, by the way. Yeah, the earnings was great, but only because of the Cash App, not the Square with the banking and stuff, like the PayPal kind of portion. Now, Cash App is great, and it's the future, but it was the Bitcoin, people buying Bitcoin, that made the profits for the Cash App. Because, like, I could send you money to Cash App, and we said they ain't making no money off of that. It don't cost me any money to send, and don't cost me any money to receive. So I don't know how they make money. Well, now that they got the stock thing going on, the Bitcoin, right? So they made 600%, I think it was, or 900% profits off of the Bitcoin. You could buy Bitcoin on the Cash App and stocks. So that frenzy that we've been just talking about kind of is moved to the Cash App, and now it's crazy. So basically what I'm saying is I don't think that's sustainable, because the business part, don't quote me on this, it wasn't that great. Okay, so but it was the people buying Bitcoin. I'm not buying Square because people are buying Bitcoin on the app. That's not why I want to own that business. But that's what rocketed the stock up. So, hey, so it makes me go, I don't like that. I don't like that earnings. Yeah, it made money, but that's not why I'm in it. I don't think any of us is like in Square And that's why it was a shock. That's why it was up 12%. I don't think any of us is like, hey, I'm buying Square because you can buy Bitcoin on it, and everybody's on there buying Bitcoin and they making transaction profits off of it. That's not why we buying Square, but that's why it went up. So that was a disappointment to me. And it's all that it's the Robin Hooders on Cash App now. That's basically what it is. Yeah, okay, Renee. Me and you gotta talk when we get together. Man. I don't know how many trading days in a year. I probably do like 10 trades a day, 5 days a week, 50 a day, 50 a week, every week. Yeah, that's what I do. So I've been doing this for a long time, and I just basically recently started putting it on YouTube. I'm like, fuck it, just put it on here. It actually makes me trade better because you see how I'm talking this out, and when you don't have this microphone and you're just kind of making trades, I don't know. All I know is my trading got better since I started this channel because I talk this stuff out to you guys. Now I'm just a truck driver. I don't know shit. Okay, so don't follow me. I have to say that, right? Because you gotta say that, but because I'm telling you, like I say, I blow out accounts. I can blow out accounts. I won't say I blow out accounts. I don't trade. I trade recklessly at times. Everybody's got to have their own style, flavor. So, and that's why I got different accounts. I actually trade differently in different accounts. So, what y'all look at here is just a partial of my trade. I trade partial. This is my trading capital right here. And then I got my buying hold, and I got my more trading, but it's a little bit more conservative. Here, I can get reckless in here. So if I'm like, yo, man, I'm short the Qs, I just bought 20 puts. You don't want to follow that trade, okay? Because that's trying to lose some money. It's like an angry trade. What is it? A revenge trade. Anyway, so you get my point. So I mean, like I knocked it out the park with Square, and it wasn't even on this account, so I can't even show y'all. I didn't trade it on this account. I was feeling real confident in Square because of this. See that consolidation? I like the breakout. I like the consolidation, and I liked what they was doing with the business because everyone is starting their own business, this whole at home. So Square and PayPal, this is how you can get transactions done with your customers, right? So it's not necessarily, hey, cash at me. No, it's like you can invoice people. It keeps track of all your accounting, basically, for you to do business with customers. That's the part I liked. Kind of like Shopify, kind of think it's built in, right? So Square is the same thing, but a little bit more manual, right? But they made their money off of Bitcoin. So remember when NVIDIA made money off of Bitcoin? Remember that? It rocketed up, and then when Bitcoin crashed, it. So does that mean Square's gonna crash when Bitcoin crashes? You see what I'm saying? Be careful for that. So Bitcoin starts to just tank, Square might be right behind it. So real disappointing that Square did that. Oh man, what do I think about Nokia? Tech 5G. I don't trade Nokia. I'm pulling Nokia. You remember in the 90s, it was all about the Nokia phones. Looks good, man. And look at that breakout. Let me see something. Yeah, I'm looking at a Head and Shoulders right here, right? Oh shit. Now, Renee, I just kind of look at patterns. I don't know anything about fundamental trading. This shoulder is kind of jacked up. We'll kind of make it a shoulder. Anyway, right? So you got your neckline. You see it breaking out above the neckline, and you got this consolidation right here, right? And this is what I love. I love when stocks consolidate and make a move out higher. It's like a rubber band. I can't think of an analogy. But anyway, it busts out of there, man. It just busts, and that's what's happening. So I actually do like the way it looks, but I don't know. I don't trade Nokia. Wow, see, this is why it has when you pull out the monthly We going back the way to 2000. I just see a stock that's doing nothing. Look, if you go way back to here, what year is this? 2015. Get my thing. I see down, right? So you definitely have to trade this. You can't buy and hold it, because if you hold it, most likely that arrow is going to continue from the upper left to the lower right and make you lose money, right? So you want to trade stocks that's going up, or at least buy and hold. So that's one of the first things when I pull up a stock. I say, let me pull up AA. Well, I know that's going to be ugly. Staples, do I know that stock ticker symbol? Give me somebody to throw a stock at me. Oh, she gave me another stock. I don't know what Tech 5. Oh, the 5G play for no. I don't know. You know what I like for 5G? Qualcomm. And you could see it right here in the stock chart, straight up. I like Qualcomm for 5G. I like Skyworks Solutions, Skyworks, SKWS. Is that it? SK. I'm gonna have to spell it out. SWKS. See, the stock charts tell you. It almost tells you what's going on. And that's the same with Apple. Apple is all about the 5G and selling these new round of phones, I believe, right? Because everybody's got to get a new phone for the whole 5G thing. You know, AMD. It's just ugly, right? Nvidia. But I tell you what, the one thing I do like about this is it's not going straight up. You know, so maybe this is a breakout. See, you see in these lower lows, lower highs and lower lows. We really want to see this thing making a higher high, right? So here's a nice area of support or resistance, we'll call it. Sorry. And I know I got it way up here, but you know what? If you could bust 6.5, you definitely proved to me that you might want to start going up. You think, oh wow, okay, that's a big accomplishment if it can get above here. So that's what I would look at. I wouldn't even really look at it until show me that, and then we can talk. That's me talking to Nokia. All right. So but yeah, I want to see stocks going up. That's the first thing I want to see when I pull up a chart. If I don't, I'm just not interested, you know, because you're basically showing me what my money is going to do if I put it into you. And you're showing me what my money is going to do when I put it into you years to come, because I'm looking at the past years, and, you know, I know past is not, future's not, you know, that whole statement. Basically, it's going to be the same, right? So what's going to change this? RNA. What's going to change that from going from the upper left to the lower right? A new high. And let's call that new high this one right here. Right? That's what I want to see. You beat that. Now you change directions. And you'll see these moving averages. I got the purple and the blue start to kind of curve up. Then we can talk. Now you're going up. And I want to buy stocks that's going up. Yeah. Oh, man. IPHI. June on Periscope. Is that June the trucker? IPHI. Look at that. See? June. You like me. You stocks that's going up. That's what you want to see. There's nothing to say about this, man. It's going up. I mean, it's, you know, when the stocks are at new highs, I'm looking at the monthly. I'll bring it down to the weekly. Everyone's making money. No one has a need to sell, because everyone that bought all along through here, they all making money. So generally, stocks like this, they just continue to go up, and they'll come down when the market comes down. So you kind of maybe want to buy it on a pullback, you know. So maybe, but I don't know if you know, maybe to these averages. If you look at it and you say, all right, I've got the weekly. Let's look in the past and see when was the best times to buy. Right here, right? because it crossed. And here, so I'm looking at all the times it crossed that purple line. That is my 20-day moving average. Now here it went way below. We'll give this one a pass because that was COVID. Okay, everything went down, right? And then here was a good time. But look, now it's even going higher. It's not even coming down to the purple line. So here, if you're trying to get in, let's at least let it come down to that average, and even better, this average. But I don't know if you're gonna get that one, right? So it was down today though, right? Down 1.4. You might get it, right? So yeah, I like it. I mean, there's nothing to say about that. Straight up, that's the hourly. I don't even know what this is. Let me see something. Okay. Never heard of it before. I think, you know what I think I did. Is this a biotech? Yeah, let me know. Earnings. Last earnings. What? Is that a negative? Okay, no. Wow, so they was estimated to make 14 cents a share, and they made 95 cents a share, the actual. Wow. Yeah, so 6.15. Yeah, this yeah, I gotta look into this, man. I might have to set an alert somewhere down here to try to. I like that one. I like it. No, you're not doing nothing wrong. I mean, to each his own. You know what I mean? Like, I got my style, you got your style. You know, but basically, we buying stocks to make money. And see, this is really a perfect example. If I showed you two stocks, IPHI, right? We know everybody that bought this made money, right? Because yeah, this person that bought it at 80, look, it's 129 now. Everybody made money. So you pull up Nokia. I don't know who made money. It looks like everybody lost money, right? If you bought it here, you lost. You bought it here, you lost. You bought it here. Basically, here, let's clear this out. Let me show you something. Let's bring up the weekly. Let's clear all of these lines out. Let's draw one line, and that is right here at the close. I'm gonna have to pull up the monthly, I think, for this one. Then zoom in. Okay. All right. So basically, look at it like this. Look at these lines like people. Everyone below this line made money. It's not many. It's not many people. These guys did. You know, when they bought it way back in 2012. Okay, if they bought it here, if you bought the stock in 2012, you're making money. Okay. These guys right here, right? These guys that bought it in 2016, they're making money. Barely, but they're making money. And then these guys, right, that just bought it within the last 8 months, they're making money. Now, who's losing money? All of these people right here, right? Any of these guys that bought it in there, they all losing money. So what happens, everyone, is when the stock gets up into this area, these people still holding the bag, man. They're going to sell it. They're going to be like, got out. All right. Woo! Took me 2 years to get out of that trade, but I got out when that, didn't lose any money. So all of these guys, these are the resistance, right? So all of these guys are going to be trying to sell it when it starts getting in here, getting in this area, right? Getting in this area. And that's why stocks that are making new highs, they kind of just continue to make new highs because you don't have that resistance. You don't have anyone that's trying to sell it because they lost money, because everyone made money. And that's why these stocks are kind of hockey sticking, because everyone's making money, right? As long as everyone's making money, but generally they end ugly, right? So that's why I'm afraid of them. I don't want to be that one, right? Just think somebody's going to buy one of them stocks at the very top, the very top, and it's going to go, shoo! That used to be me. That's why I'm like, I can't do it. That used to be me, right? We all top tick, don't we? Every single one in here, top tick, meaning you bought the stock and since that point, it went straight down and never returned. So good odds of you top ticking is when the stock is going straight up. So I'm not top ticking it, man. I'll just take a pass. But yeah, you know what's a good stock, Aunt Renee? Microsoft, right? You heard about Microsoft. I mean, everybody uses Microsoft. This looks just like IPHI, right? Just straight up. It's nice. I mean, if the stock pulls back, it's not going to pull back that much. It even pays a dividend, 0.96% a year, right? So basically make a percent of your money holding on to this thing. You do nothing. You set it and forget it. Put it in the drawer. You buy it today at 200, and you wake up a couple years from now, go into the drawer, and it's $400. You doubled your money. That's what we hope. And we only can guess because we're looking at this chart, right? We know Microsoft is into, right, the cloud. They're into Xbox. They're into every desktop computer that's not Apple, with Windows. They still do the Windows thing. And all of that, right? And they're winning in cloud with Microsoft Azure. Did I say that right? So it's three basically main players: Azure, Amazon Web Services, and this is the other one. Google Cloud, right? So it's just three. There's a gazillion of them.
Google Cloud.
I'm Google Cloud. I can tell you a lot about Google Cloud, including topics like pricing, security, or products. What would you like to know?
Nothing.
You can ask me questions about Google Cloud products, case studies, or migration. What can I tell you about?
Goodness gracious. Shut up. It worked. Anyway. So you have those are the three main players. You have a gazillion of them, but those are the three main ones. You got the other one's Salesforce, right? So that's the new way. That's the new wave, and for the most part, that's why this thing doesn't even have down months, right? I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 down months in the last 3-4 years. It's incredible. But I do think it's toppy right about now. Seems a little toppy. So, but yeah, this stock is making everyone money. That's why they love it. And the same with Apple, right? Everybody has to have an iPhone. Everybody, right? If you're cool, you got an iPhone. I'm not cool. I got a Galaxy. I don't even got the best one. So, everybody loves their Apple, so straight up. And and when 5G comes, when they come out with the 5G phone, the Apple people got to stay trendy. They got to have the next phone. That's why this one's going up. Anyway, but yeah, stocks that's going up, but we want to buy them when they on their average. I like buying these kind of stocks when they pull. And like here to here, that took 8 months. It could take some time, but at least if you're gonna buy the hockey stick, at least buy it on a down day. That saves you 2% at least, right? Because figure it goes down 2%, buy it. Oh man, where am I? I paid to do something wrong. I think I get back. I think to get back in. I'm thinking. Oh, you're thinking about getting back in. Oh, you was out of the IPH. Yeah, well, to each his own. It's just my opinion. Hey Juan, what's up? 5G. Okay, yeah, my screen went blank. Is my screen okay? Test 1 2. Test 1 2. What do you think about buying point for AUDC? AU. I never heard of. It's another stock I never heard of. Looking at the monthly, I love it. Right? Aunt Renee, see, going up. Going up. That's what we want to look for. What's cool when I pull out this big monthly base, right? Look at that base. Look at that. And it's just, the Louise Alimata technical analyst, the longer the base, the higher the space. She coined that phrase. And so it's just totally breaking out, multi-years, just breaking out. So I like it. It's audio codes. I don't even know what that is. It looks like if I were to buy it, I got the daily chart up. Remember, we just got done talking about when it hits the average. Well, it's right there on the average right now. The averages are moving up. The slow one is coming down, though. So I'm like, is it going to continue to go down? You got a dividend payment coming out on the 14th. That basically, when that's paid, the stock will be down 14 cents that day. It'll open down 14 cents, but it can get it back like that. But this is a pretty good buy point. I mean, it was just that basically 45 a couple of days ago. It's 8% lower than it was a few days ago. So this point right here is pretty good, right? It's right on the average, on the 20-day moving average. So I like that. I like this one is a little volatile to me. And you can see how this stock, it gives you those pullbacks, right? You're getting them constantly, right? This is a short one. Then you got one right here. So that's why I like this one. It's good. You can see the pullbacks are not really not that long, not that steep, but you get them. So let's say a few days ago when this was at its high, this is why you don't want to buy here, because you could just look back and be like, oh yeah, this stock is always pulling back. Because stocks just do what they've been doing. So if you can kind of look at a stock and say, damn, this thing's giving me dips, every 2 months or whatever, that's what you got to wait for that. Get that dip, because it's giving it to you, and you can just draw it out like that. And look how spaced it is. It's damn near perfect. From here to here, from here to here, from here. You can almost time it when it's gonna go back down again. So yeah, I like it kind of right here. I think that's actually pretty good. You got this support. Yeah, right there, right? So if you look at this candle, if you want to just trade it, there's your get out point, that low, this candle low, right? So you could position size accordingly. And that's only a couple of points. Where's that? 37.59. This low is 34.57, 34.57, $3. Position size accordingly, and $3 stop. Get out. If it comes down, then try this support right here, right? So that's good. The stuff that's funny, because the stuff that I'm talking about, I don't really do myself, because I do options like when I'm selling out of the money puts. And that's what the beauty about when you learn options and out of the money puts. You don't really have to concentrate too much on where the stock's at, because you're just collecting that data. You're like, here you would kind of want to sell a put maybe below here, and that way you got that support, right? So it kind of, you kind of don't have to really pinpoint it like that. But if you're buying shares, you do. Sometimes I'm anxious, and I get it, guys, man. I'd be anxious to buy. I bought some stocks today. I bought a lot of the iron ores plays in the portfolio. I bought Rio Tinto, Vale, and BHP Billiton. I bought all three of them, $1,000 each. We got to talk about that in another video. Because iron ore is making a comeback. Yes, it is. So I want to, and they pay great dividends, right? So I'm trying to boost my dividend portfolio, especially with growth. So if I can get that, I want to be in it. So I was impatient, but I was like, I'm getting in. Anyway, so it's a little tough. The screen keeps, I think it's my internet connection, man. So I'm getting another bad video. How's my screen, y'all? The screen is fine on my end. Okay, babe, the screen is fine. I don't know. That's two people that said my screen went dark. Juan and Renee. The only thing is your lips. are different than the words that. All right, so I'm out of sync. I have a feeling that might be my internet. All right, so bear with me. I guess I'll just end this. I want a good quality video. Uh, uh, you said, Renee, I'm doing options yet. I need more hands on, and that's good. Because let me tell you, Aunt Renee, you could lose a lot of money in trading options. Yeah, you can make a lot of money, but you could lose a lot of money quick. Quick. All right. So, oh man. So take your time. They're pretty easy, and you don't have to lose a lot of money. But people, I think what it is greed. We get greedy because you can make a killing. You can, if you had bought a couple of, we was talking about Square, and Square was up 11% today. If you would have bought some calls on this, couple of calls for, I don't know what they was trading, maybe 1,500. Nah, probably not even. Yeah, about maybe 1,500 because earnings was coming. Say 1,000, 1,500. Oh man, you would have double, tripled your money. You'd have bought like 2 calls for 3,000. And you would have woke up this morning selling those calls for 6,000, 7,000, so, man, you make some money. So we get greedy and we try to do it again. Then it goes down and we lose all that money. And I think that's what makes it dangerous. Especially when you get into it, you strike gold pretty quick. Right? Oh yeah, whoa, that was easy. And now you think you got the hang of it, and you put some money in another stock, and boom, it's like it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out for you. 90% of call buyers, or option buyers, lose money. So that's why you want to sell them. Sell them makes money, but you do have pain when you sell. But if you can hold out, it usually works out for you. The odds, a higher probability of success when you sell options. So, yeah, learn that. I need to do some videos on that. I talk to you guys like y'all know, but because that's what I'm just trying to tell you what I'm doing. So I guess I could. I want to teach. I don't know if I don't know. I'll be thinking about that route, like making a course, but I don't want to be like the other guys, if you know what I mean. I just want to be on here and show you my trades and turn it off. So, and then I don't think. But a lot of people want to know, and I know a lot. Doesn't seem like I do, but I think I do. So I can actually pass that information on, and I pass it on in these videos. But maybe I need to make something to help you. But it wouldn't be to rip you off. It'd just be so you could make some money, I wish I would have learned. I probably wouldn't have been able to do it. I was going to say, I wish I would have learned this when I was like in my 20s. But that's when it cost like $50, $100 to trade. It cost a commission one way, right? To get out, it cost you another $50, $100. So I probably wouldn't have been doing it. And then you didn't have access to stock quotes. Remember, you had to look at the paper, see what the stock. You had to wait for the paper to come out the next day to look at your stock. Or if you really had the good broker, you can call in on an automated line and type in AMD. Boo, AMD up 2.10 cents. Or actually, wasn't it like an eighth? Remember, stocks was like 2 1/8, 3 3/16. I could never trade. I was like, man, that's what? How much is it? I'm glad they went to cents. Had to bring out a calculator. Yeah, commission. Yeah, you remember that, man? There's no way I would have been trying. I told this in another story. My first stock, it was a $2 stock, Row Furniture. I remember till today. I bought like $20 worth. I spent $50 to buy $20 worth of stock or something like that. The broker laughed at me for the most part. You could tell he was holding it in. $50. So then it would have cost me another $50 to sell it. So $100 just in commissions, but I only bought the stock would have had to go 500 times just for break even. Shows you how stupid I was. I mean, that's insane, right? But I was so happy I owned the stock, Oh man, you said, yeah, you lost monies quick with the options, yeah, and you made some money. Remember, you made some good money with that GLW. Let's pull up that real quick. Oh man, if only you would have stayed in it. Look, remember that gray area I drew? It was right through it. Remember, I was like, yeah, you want to possibly get out in this area. But see, it kind of went right through it. And that's why when I do the option, I just buy and hold. I do longer term leaps. If y'all hear me talk, I say I buy the leaps because I don't really want to trade it. I just want to, have a position. And that's my position in, what is it? What's the air conditioning company? Shit. Carrier. Oh, look at that, straight up. See that? That's my one of my buy and holds on this one right here. See, Carrier. Here's the position right here. I was up $152 today for the position 621. And I don't touch that one. See, it's just going straight up, right? Right on, Renee? So that's what we want to see. You pull it up, you want to see that. Lower left to the upper right, okay? And you will say, what's a good time to buy this stock? When's a good time? See how it's sitting here. Let me get rid of all these drawings. It's sitting right there. It's right there on the average. Well, a little higher. But so this is not even a bad time, But maybe a little lower because you can see it gives it to you. But yeah, it's only 40 cents lower, 50, 27.42. Yeah, it's about 70 cents, 60. Yeah, so right in this area, it's not too bad. It's not. This stock is not running away from you. I love this stock. I love it. I even love that Glassworks I just brought up. Look at the last minute right here. But see, it's going up. This was a beautiful call. It's not really running away from you like the other stocks. That's what I want to see. This is when you want to, but the other stocks, you know what I'm talking about. I just can't do it. Can't do it. You do know a lot, babe. Oh, thanks, babe. She's always stroking my head. X-rated. Anyway, you said I'm not doing options. Bad. Oh, you said you're not doing options. I got you. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's dangerous. So but there's I can't even. Yeah, do the stock thing. A lot of people think you can lose all your money in stocks. Not really. The stock has to go to zero for you to lose. You would have had to buy Hertz, and when they cleared bankruptcy and went to zero, then you lost all your money. But the stocks can go down hard, but you won't lose all your money. It has to go to zero to lose all your money. Now, when you buy options, if you buy that option for $1,000, it's gonna expire worthless, so you will lose $1,000 unless it goes your way. So you could lose all your money in options. You don't really lose all your money in stocks because stocks are not going bankrupt every day. And if you did, it won't be like out of the blue. When a stock goes bankrupt, it's for the most part, it probably was trading at $1, $2 already, and now it's bankrupt, So you could see it happening, right? So you have time to get out. So a lot of people think you can lose all your money. But nah. Would love to know about who's that? June. Would love to know about options. If I want to own Beyond by playing options, how do you do that? Man, I was in Beyond. That's something I want to talk about because they reported, right? I could have sworn I like this stock. Let me pull up the minute. I could have sworn. Yeah, so they reported they gapped down. Yeah, it kind of almost closed at the low. We got to wait and see with this one. But I was playing it up here for the breakout. It didn't happen. And you can see I got that candle and I got out. Let me pull up. Still got my lines. You can see right here. Remember I was saying, it's here. And I was right in here waiting for it to break out because it knocked on the ceiling 3 times. Knocked 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Anyway, it didn't happen. It went upside down. I mean, it crashed, basically. Not a crash, but it didn't happen. It didn't bust through. So we had 3 knocks on the resistance. I'm waiting for it to just blow through. It didn't happen. And when it started sinking, I got out somewhere around here. So it didn't play out the way I wanted to. And I haven't looked back since. And it's been just going down, and now we had the gap down. But you can see right here is that support, right? So you do have some kind of support here. You know, a trade that I would put on, not for you to put on, but for me to put on. I would look at this and maybe sell a put spread down here to 115, 110, you know, thinking that this support line is going to hold, right? But you know what? I look at this also. I'm looking at the 4 hour. This is one of my favorite chart patterns, by the way. This looks head and shoulder-ish, right? Do I have to? I'm gonna get rid of all that stuff. We'll draw it out. Clear drawing set. Now a head and shoulders pattern, Aunt Renee, it means it's gonna go down. So you kind of see that it's kind of head and shoulder-ish right there. Here's the neckline. So is it gonna break right here? It's not the greatest head and shoulder pattern, but it's kind of got that look, and that always scares me. So if it were to play out like a head and shoulders, generally the distance from the neckline to the head is the same you would get right from there. So that is is that 41 points? Yeah, 41 points. So can it go 41 points lower? Well, that's what the pattern is saying. So that's going to be somewhere right around here. So we have to be careful. We have to be careful with that. It needs to. We got to see this thing going back up. So I don't know if I would put that on, but you can. But if it breaks that resistance, like if I were to put that on, if it breaks that resistance, I'm out of there. I'm not even playing with it. I'm just done. So you could do it for like a trade, and hopefully this resistance hold. But it looks like it wants to come down and test it, man. Look at the stochastic even. It's coming down to test the lower end of that range. So, and if the stock market kind of rolls over, looks like it wants to the next day or two, whatever, it'll bring this one down as well. So that's there. That's my Beyond thing. Who is that? AUD on AUD. Nah, I don't know. That might not be. That's saying that's what that is. You know a lot about it. You know so am I quick. I'm trying to see if I missed anyone's comment. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. Feral Hunt. Yep, I missed you. Apple fanboys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's when I was talking Apple. All right, so I'm gonna end this, man. Thank you for my babes for supporting me. That's the jewelry box. Cashmatic, Mr. JRH, Chopper, over there on Twitch. Renee, Aunt Renee, June. Yeah, June. I appreciate you checking me out on a Periscope. Feral Hunt on Twitch, and yeah, that's it, June. So I appreciate everybody. Thanks for checking me out. We'll talk it tomorrow. So what I think is gonna happen, I don't know. We started this video, and I was telling you about the fake. If you missed it, watch the first 5 minutes of this video, and you can see this fake. Oh man, it's just this V's or it's sickening. Didn't I say it was gonna close here? By the way, didn't I say it was gonna close right at the top? Right? I drew a line there. I don't know where it went. I must have deleted it, but there it is, man. Right to the top. It goes when it drops like that. And this was pretty big. What was this? Wasn't that big? Yeah, 0.4%. Look, it went right back up in 10. Is that 10 minutes? 10 minutes. 0.4%. It just takes it right back. You can't tell me that's not the secret forces that's doing that. Right? There was no volume all day. The thing starts to drop, and all of a sudden people want to get in. Right here. Look at that. Oh, yeah, I want to get in. Yeah, sure you do. All right, man. So that's what's going on with that. Bunch of fakeness, man. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm on Instagram. Dre Trades. I'm on Twitter, Dre Trades. And I'm right here, Dre Trades. Hit the bell so you know when I make these videos. Like it, by the way. I need you to like it. That's the cost. Because that helps me out. And I noticed that I've been saying that in the last couple of videos. And my videos have been getting slightly little bit more views. Instead of 50, I'm getting like 65. All right? So I appreciate that. Anyway, I think that I'm more entertaining. I think I'm better than some people that's out there that's doing the same thing, but they getting the views. I'm like, why am I not getting the views? Why am I not getting the views? So I need some help. And it don't matter, but it's a little irritating. I've been on YouTube since 2009, 10. You can go back, check it out. And I got, lots of subscribers, almost million view videos. So, but I switched to stocks and I ain't getting views no more. And everybody that was watching me for photography and trucking, they're like, I don't want to learn how to make no money. I'm out of here. They want to learn. They want to watch me air up a truck tire. They want to see where my next load's going. But when you teach them how to make money, they're out of there. They don't want to learn how to make no money. They want to drive that truck for the rest of their lives. I love all my truck drivers, man. But gosh, you guys got to watch these videos. Watch somebody's videos that's doing the same. You ain't even got to watch me. You can make money. You can make money doing this, all right? And you could do it for a living even. And you can be home chilling, right? Just chilling. You ain't got to worry about traffic, all that stuff that comes with trucking. Same with photography people, So, all right. Thanks for watching. So, big thumbs up. Subscribe. You know the deal. You know what all the YouTubers say at the end of the videos? I need you guys to do that. All right. So, thanks for watching. I am out. Dre. Peace.